Hello, I'm Jesus Rodriguez. I have always been interested in past civilizations, and for more than 2 years I've been recreating an ancient map. This map is in the form of geoglyphs. Geoglyphs are structures and figures that can be seen from above. To begin, I'd like to state that geoglyphs are direction pointers. They will not tell you how far it's the destination, but the wonderful thing is that it has the accuracy of a GPS system in ancient times. Second, every geoglyph is different and needs to be examined and decoded. Sometimes you need to look, observe, and analyze around the geoglyph to be able to plot a route. And remember, this is applied geometry. Third, you have to have patience. Sometimes I plot a line halfway around the world and follow it. For example, the other day I plotted a line from Stonehenge and the destination was China. It took me 8 hours literally. What drives me to do this is the adrenaline rush that I get when I finally find this amazing destination. This map is a real-life jigsaw puzzle. It teaches you how to decode it, and the more you plot, it gets easier. Today, I will start with Stonehenge because it is a geoglyph and will reveal its secrets. The Stonehenge has been there for thousands of years and the exact age is unknown. Let me show you how to navigate around the world using geoglyphs. To begin, we need to look at Stonehenge and the areas around it to define hidden shapes and highlight these figures. Using applied geometry, lines will be plotted to show a direction route that will point to specific areas of the world. So let's get started. Using the historical tab on Google Earth, we're going to go to 2003, and as you can see, there are hidden circles on the historical, and right here we can see a concentric circle. And now up here we have 3 more circles, and if you look further up, you're going to see the feint of another circle. So I'm going to highlight them. Okay, and as you can see, I also have placed circles around the henge, the outer rim and the inner rim, and inside Stonehenge, inside the henge you can also see 2 blue circles, and I got those from historical overlays that define how Stonehenge used to be. So that's how I came to highlighting all of these circles. To plot the first line, let's get Stonehenge oriented. Let's see, just like so. And we're placing a white line from the middle of Stonehenge to the edge of the blue circle. And now we're going to go and get a higher altitude so you can see that it is a straight line, just like so. And it goes to the coast of Peru to the Paracas candelabra. And if you continue a straight line from the white line, we're using a green line to continue that. Let's go to a higher altitude, and it will go all the way to Australia, to a place called Malekota, Australia, and I call it the Malekota geoglyph. And if you continue a pink line straight from that green line, let's go. It's again a straight line, and it's going to a place called Maklang geoglyph in India. And now the yellow line is the continuation of a straight line. Let's get some high altitude again. And there you go, it's back to Stonehenge. Let's go back to Stonehenge, and you're going to see that the blue circle, the line terminates at the opposite of the blue circle. Okay, let's review what we have done. Let's go up high in altitude again, just like that. There's Stonehenge, and let's go up in a circle. As you can see, it goes back to the Paracas candelabra, to the Melikota geoglyph in Australia, and to the Maglang geoglyph in India, and back to Stonehenge. And that, my friends, is how you travel around the world in ancient times. Isn't that cool? Okay, let's plot the next line. Let's get oriented. Okay, and the next line is a purple line from the center of Stonehenge to the inner circle of the concentric circle. Let's get some altitude to show you it's a straight line. And the destination is Göbekli Tepe. This site is considered older than the Egyptian pyramid. Okay, let's go back to Göbekli Tepe and plot the next line. Let's get oriented. And as you can see, the blue line going from the edge of the blue circle to the center of the concentric circle. Let's get high altitude, show you it's a straight line. And its destination is Rahum al-Khayr, that it is older than the Egyptian pyramids. I have several lines pointing to this site, but so far I haven't been able to decode this site. Okay, so now let's go back to Stonehenge and plot the next line. Let's get oriented. And as you can see, we're putting a blue line from the center of Stonehenge to the middle of the blue circle. And let's get some altitude, like so. And as you can see, it goes to the tip of South Africa to the Musenberg mountain geoglyph. Remember that this is applied geometry and a real live jigsaw puzzle, so there's many lines coming from here. Let's go back to Stonehenge. And plot the next line. Let's get oriented, and we're plotting a red line from the outer circle of the concentric circle to the smaller outer circle of the smaller concentric circle. Let's get some altitude, and it is a pleasure and an honor to share this next site because nobody has made this connection between Stonehenge and Sacsayhuaman in Peru. If you compare this site with the Aztec calendar, you will see striking similarities. So that's something for archaeologists to compare. Okay, let's go back to Stonehenge. Get oriented, like so. And the next line is a orange line from the center of Stonehenge to the edge of the green circle. Let's get some altitude. And it goes back to Peru, to a Caral pyramid. This Caral pyramid has been untouched by archaeologists and has been unknown to the world until today. So let's go to the next site, which is another Caral pyramid. From the center of Stonehenge, we're plotting a blue line from through the middle of the blue circle, and it's going to take you to a secondary untouched Caral pyramid. And it would be an honor if the Peruvian archaeologists would invite me and to take pictures before excavation of these two sites. Okay, so again, let's go back to Stonehenge and plot the next one. Let's get oriented like this, and a yellow line from the center of Stonehenge, and you go, so where's the circle? Well, if you start looking more around Stonehenge, you're going to find out there's more circles, and there's your circles, and next adjacent to it, there's more circles around it. Today, I'm not going to be plotting more lines, more circles. Okay, I want you to decode this yourself before I showed you, because like I said, this is a jigsaw puzzle and you need to learn how to decode it. The destination here is the foundation of a corral pyramid. This site teaches you how to decode a corral pyramid, and it is a geoglyph, so you need to look around and highlight those geometric shapes. Okay, back to Stonehenge. A green line is placed from the outer circle of the concentric circle through the middle of Stonehenge. And let's see, we're going to zoom out. And as you can see, it takes you to Mexico, and the destination is a pyramid called La Venta, which is an Olmec pyramid. The Olmec civilization predate the Mayans and the Aztecs in Mesoamerica. Okay, let's go back to Stonehenge and plot the next line. As you can see, we're going to be plotting a pink line from the edge of the red circle to the edge of the green circle. Let's get some altitude. And as you can see, it goes all the way to the coast of Texas. And we're going to see some geometric shapes on the coast of Texas. Here is another puzzle, geometric shapes. And there's going to be plenty of lines coming from this side. And also the next side, you will be amazed. So again, back to Stonehenge. Let's get oriented. Like so. And we're using the stone circle, the edge of the stone circle to the blue circle to plot a line. Let's get some altitude. And this site is known as a swastika, and it is surrounded by a 16-sided polygon. So many lines coming from this site, and again a jigsaw puzzle that it's going to be fun to decode. Don't feel overwhelmed of the amount of lines coming from this site. It is astronomical that I still haven't completely finished it. Okay, back to Stonehenge. We're going to plot the next one, oriented. Okay, we're plotting a red line from the inner circle of the concentric circle to the outer ring of the henge. And let's zoom out. And it takes you a little bit north of the swastika. And this is the site of the Melrose Air Force Range. And as you can see, I also place another line. And this is just to teach you how to start to decode this geoglyph. Okay, let's go see where the pink line goes to. And you will see that it goes all the way to the swastika again. And there's the solution. So I am giving you clues on how to decode these geoglyphs. So don't be afraid to do trial and error. Remember that with mistakes, you do learn knowledge. Here, we're at the American Stonehenge from above. And as you can see, lines are drawn on the vegetation. My question is, what did they do to the ground that has passed centuries and no vegetation has grown over it? And yes, that line is over. It takes you all the way to Stonehenge, and at Stonehenge they're not using any circles to point at it. My theory is that the windows on the of the stone pillars make windows, and from the center of Stonehenge through the middle of these stone windows, a route can be placed with a line, and it will take you to its destination. But I need help with getting the degree of the angle to plot those lines. To prove my point, we're going to go north of Stonehenge to the ring of Brodgar, and I'm going to show you that it does point back to Stonehenge. Okay, so you plot a line from the center of the ring of Brodgar, and we're going to zoom out, and you're going to find out that I'm using one of the stone pillars around the rim, like so. Let me see. There we go. And if we follow the line, again a straight line, it points directly towards Stonehenge. And let's go back and zoom in to Stonehenge. I think I made my point that from the center of Stonehenge through every stone window, it will be a direction of travel. So let's go to the next site. Let's get oriented. The blue line is placed from the center of Stonehenge, and if you see a boulder on top of it, I'm using the edge of the boulder to plot a line right there. Okay, let's go ahead and get some altitude to show you it is a straight line, and it takes you to China. And let's take a look. And this is the Zia Imperial Tomb, and as you can see, it stops at an octagon. And if you start looking around, again, there are features that there are circles that can be highlighted, and again, this is a puzzle that needs to be decoded too. If you mastered the geoglyphs in the United States, then this site is a piece of cake. Okay, let's go back again to Stonehenge, and let's get oriented. There we go. And from the outer, a green line from the outer concentric circle to the middle of the blue circle places a route. And let's get some altitude. Show you it's a straight line. Here we go. Okay. And it's very close to the blue line, but it's a different site. And it takes you to what is known as the altar of heaven. So this site is very easy to decode. And well, I would like to share one last site with all of you. So back to Stonehenge, we're going to again orient ourselves. There we go. And there's the purple line from the center of Stonehenge to the edge of the inner concentric circle. And let's get some altitude like always. There we go. And it's going to take you to a small island. It's called Larak Island. And let's look at the geoglyph. When I found this site, I doubt myself, because if you look at the history, it looks like it's a new site, but I plotted more lines and they all converge to this point. So now let's go up in altitude, because I would like to share with you how much I have plotted. And like I said, this is over 2 years work of that I have done. Okay, so this is part of the work that I have done recreating this map. And I'm not sharing all the lines because if I do, it makes the Google Earth program crash. So I do need resources with help on how to get Google Earth not to crash. But anyway, here's another view. And the next view is over the United States. As you will see, it's a very large web. And there's a third view. Here we go. That I would like to share. But again, these are not all the lines that I have plotted. We have started to decode Stonehenge by using Google Earth in ways that we have never imagined. Stonehenge has been seen throughout history as something primitive and ancient, and now we are beginning to expose the importance of its connection to the entire world. I invite you to help us together finish to decipher this global connection. I found this map when doing research on the Aztecs, and therefore I entitled my work Satellite Archaeology, the Discovery of Aztlan, Aztec Origins. And yes, the map does show the exact location where the Aztecs originated. I invite you to continue watching and sharing my videos as I share more connections and discoveries in ways that it has not done before. Let's continue our journey together and discover more about ancient civilizations in our wonderful world. So until next time, please give a like and share my videos. Thank you.